Okay, so my exhibition prompt is, does our knowledge depend on our interactions with other knowers? And my first object that I use is Newton's equation for force, which is the universal equation for force. And it states that the force of an object equals the mass of the object times its acceleration. And I chose this prompt because it supported the idea that our knowledge does not interact or not depend on our interactions with other knowers. And this is because Newton discovered the laws of motion on his own, basically creating an entire new branch of science, which we know as physics. He discovered it all on his own, without using any interactions with other knowers, whether that was through research or by conducting his experiments with another person, which he didn't. And he created physics on his own, meaning that he couldn't have used any physics to develop these equations, because he was the one to create them and he discovered them. So it supported the idea that no, our knowledge does not depend on interactions with other knowers. So my second object is Aline Gu, an Olympic ski jumper from Team China, performing a trick in the 2022 Winter Olympic Games in Beijing, China. And I use this object as a side that promotes the idea that yes, our knowledge does interact or does depend on our interactions with other knowers, and that's because ski jumpers are extremely reliant on explanation of the sport from coaches, trainers, and even like more skilled jumpers, and they are very reliant on interactions with other knowers to enhance their skills in ski jumping. They have to train many years, and it says in the off season that they usually spend 6 days a week in the gym with personal trainers to enhance their athleticism and work to do things such as jumping higher, basically in order to become better at the sport. So they are very reliant on proper explanation in order to acquire knowledge, to improve their skills on ski jumping. Hence, they are very reliant on interactions with other knowers. So my last object is a study of adults and their belief on the correlation between childhood vaccines and autism. And I use this object as an example to show how relying on interactions with other knowers can be misleading towards the acquisition of knowledge and how we interpret it, because studies have shown over the past few decades that no, there's no link between childhood vaccinations and autism, yet some people still believe, like the ones shown in this image, that there is a correlation between the two and that childhood vaccinations can cause autism. So I use this to kind of show that relying on certain interactions, whether it's the news, or information that you get from your friends, relying on them can be very misleading at sometimes, because you can be provided by information that isn't necessarily true, such as that vaccines cause autism.